Hi everyone, my name is Ever Coyote. That's how I sign my paintings when I'm painting. When I paint, I have been painting for like about 6 to 7 years. I started painting with the idea of helping our communities, our younger generations, and it was like frustrating and in many different ways for me, right? Because I also grew up in this country. And the discrimination level for our community, it's pretty high. And so with this in mind, I always wanted to see something more than what they show us on TV, right? The programs, movies that are full of different stereotypes, always putting the Mexican people or indigenous people down, right? To make them feel bad about themselves because we were like basically colonized for so many years, and so they still are trying to keep us down, right? To in a way to stop us from showing who we are as a community. So with that idea in mind, I start to paint. It was difficult at the beginning. I just didn't know how to draw. Uh, in my case, was different, like from like those people that they start with art and drawing and painting since they were kids. No, in my case, it was different. I didn't know how to draw. I started drawing like back in high school, I think. Like, and then I also wanted to paint, but I didn't know how to use the materials. So I took a few classes at the San Rosa Junior College. I think I took 3 different courses. One was like drawing, 2 classes of drawing, and then the third one was about painting. And I had to leave the classes because all the materials were really expensive, and I also had to pay for the classes, right? So I just didn't know what to do at the moment. I left and I started like focusing more on history. That's what I'm still doing right now, mixing history and art. I'm a student at Sonoma State with a major in history, and that's how I came up with all these ideas about our past, our ancestors, and that's how basically I try to help our people, right? Showing them that we are more than just those stereotypes that are harming our people. And I want, like, my idea is for people to feel proud about their identity and not to, like, for kids to not fall into drugs or into different gangs just because they try to be part of a community in a way they are just trying to look for an identity, and they think that if they get into a game they're gonna find that, and that kind of things, right? That just make it everything worse. That's just like they just become like a target, I guess, for the police, and they fall into drugs and alcohol, and at the end of the day they end up either in jail or criminalize it when things could be different in if they had like a different option, right? So that's why I'm trying to do, like, I try to make them feel proud of their past, like to give them an identity, and that's basically my idea. So with that idea in mind, I began to paint, and this is one of my like first paintings I think that I did in my art class. I was always thinking about the feathered serpent, or Quetzalcoatl. That's the name of this creature right here, which is not a god, by the way. We didn't have gods back in our society, right? It means basically just like knowledge, acquiring knowledge to study to through observation, and that's basically our representation of it. Yeah, that's basically what it means to never stop thinking. I also have this one right here with it's basically part of the same idea of this as this one. The blue deer right here, it's the same one that we have on that one right there. So the idea of the blue deer is it is a there is like a big cosmology behind this one, right? Because the blue deer means like it's like the guardian of this planet, and so this is like medicine. But basically, you just need to know how to use it. Otherwise, you're just gonna get lost, and that happens to many people that just hear about it and they don't have like the knowledge of that it's needed to take or consume this plant. So they go to these places that they destroy everything, the culture, behind, right? Because they just go and get high with this plant, like right here. That's why I put like this animal right here eating the plant without even knowing what it means. Cause like I think that ignorance is just like dangerous sometimes, especially for our communities, right? And so, uh, in painting, the materials are very expensive, so it's difficult to take classes and pay for everything, right? Or to even sell a painting for a price that it's more accessible to people. So with this in mind, I try to look for different ways to make the art, the message more accessible for people. And I have tried like drawing with pencils, with spray paint, acrylics, oils, and currently I'm doing digital art, and that's digital art. It's kind of like really fun and less expensive. The only expensive thing is the computer or the iPad. But like after that, you have all the colors, everything right there, right? And then you can like print your work like I did. Like with this, for example, I have this one, and it's basically a Mesoamerican codex. It's like writing. It's basically, how can I say it? Like a book, like a page, right, of history. So I can't just like change any color or any position of the things that are here, or yeah, I can't basically change anything. Otherwise, I'll be like doing like a different, whole different thing. It will be something without meaning, something just like superficial, like basically like pop art, right? It's this thing. It's totally different. It's more like writing a book. I also have this one too. Came out. This one it's more like my interpretation of the idea of this Catlipoca, the jaguar right here. So on this one it was I since I'm taking history, so I did after reading all the mythology and all that, I came up with this idea on my own, and that's basically what I do. I read a lot of history books, and things like that, and then I try to put everything in the paintings. In this way, I try to I don't want to say teach, but like I try to I do it for people that don't know how to read, or they don't speak the language, right? English or Spanish. Because in Mexico there is like many uh, different languages, so not everyone is like gonna speak Spanish in Mexico. That's that's why I do it like in this way. If you don't speak the language, you don't know how to read or write, you can still understand my pieces and know what it's everything about. But I also do like some popular art, like this one that like, everybody can like in a way I guess relate to it. And sometimes it doesn't have like depth, like really deep meaning. It just like it is what basically what you see, right? So like I said before, it is kind of expensive to buy all these materials, and so I was looking for a way to make my art more accessible for people and still give the same message to our communities. And I started doing these start began working with silk screen, right? We put the design on this screen right here, then we just like put it onto the shirts or jackets. And this is the ink that I use most of the time, and you can get like really good results with that type of ink. Show you one like this one right here. As you can see, it this one this looks really cool, like at least for me and for so many people, because I did it for free for like more than 60 people in one day, I guess, and they really love it. So this is right here a Jaguar 2, or the Tezcatlipoca, the smoky mirror, the reflection of yourself, of what you are as a person. Because in a painting, there is no way to separate like the person from the art, I guess, right? The paintings are like a reflection of your knowledge of what's in your mind. You just can't change that. So, and I also paint on these jackets, right? I did this one by hand. I was at the hospital one time a few years ago, and I was feeling really bad. I didn't know what to do, and I wanted to express that. So as soon as I got out of the hospital and I was able to paint again, I start to paint this heart connected to cables. It was still beating. It was still alive with artificial objects, I guess. Uh, and that's how I did it. And people really like this kind of stuff, so they wanna have like something similar to the jackets, and they now they call me and they ask me to paint something for them. That's also another way to make some profit from your art. And also the shirts right here. That's how I sell one way of how I sell my digital work. Because there are other ways to sell your digital work. You can sell it for like companies that sell like for like restaurants and things like that. And that's how you can make some money to pay from the materials that you use. But like from that's just one way, like I said. The other way is the murals that I do. I have been painting in Sacramento and Palo Alto, Oakland. Uh, I'm I think like in about like probably this month or next month I'm gonna be painting in Redwood City, and also I have been painting in Petaluma and Windsor. And I even have a small painting here at the JC San Rosa Junior College. And yeah, always taking and trying to put all these issues that we have in our communities, right, to help our people. And yeah, I would say that Jews have to get out there to show your work, to not be afraid of who you are, to be proud of your identity, right? To stay away from trouble, from gangs and alcohol and drugs, and to focus more on something more healthy for you and for your family. Like in my case, I try to practice martial arts, and I can't do that anymore. But I'm still doing this, and it's fun. It's relaxing sometimes, and it helps a lot in many different ways. I also have a Facebook page. You guys can find me there as Ever Coyote, and on Instagram as Ever Coyote with a double E at the end. So if you guys have like any questions about how to use like materials like digital art, silk screen, how to just like different types of paintings like acrylic paints, oil paints, um, oil pastels, or charcoal, graphite, any question related with art, just feel free to contact me, and if I do have the time, I will definitely help you, and it's gonna be free. Just don't have to worry about the money. That's not really what I'm looking for. I'm just like more focusing on helping young generations if they want to do it, of course, and with a positive message. And yeah, this is basically me, and I guess thank you for paying. Just wanted to say thank you, yeah, for paying my attention to my work, and for being here with me today. Any questions? Just feel free to contact me, or and yeah, I will try to help you if I can. Thank you once again, and never stop doing what you love. That's what I can say.